In this video we're going to be showing you how to install our B kit on a Pmag brand magazine. Each one of our kits comes with enough parts in it to do 4 magazines total, and they're really easy to install, especially on the Pmag magazines. And let's get started. Let me go ahead and dump all the parts out here on the table. All of our instructions are in full color and very straightforward and very clear to read. For the purpose of the video, I'm going to put that package aside and I'm going to reference a nice clean sheet here for you. Basically, the installation is pretty simple. The kit comes with a 05 Allen wrench that is pretty much the main tool to do the installation. The only other tools you need beside that are a power drill with a 3/32 drill bit, which is pretty common at every hardware store, and a 1/4-inch socket. This is actually a tool that I use just because it's easy to handle. It's one of those drill guides that you put a screw bit in, but it works really good for this kind of situation. So let's get started. Alright, so basically the Pmag magazines, if you can see right there, this has a little mold mark on it where they eject it from the tool when they manufacture the magazine. Every once in a while there's a little tear out, and as you can see, that one does have a little bit of a tear on it. That would actually be the optimal place to put it, but since there's a little bit of interference there, we're going to avoid that spot, and we're gonna move up here a little bit. This is block to 10 rounds, so California legal, of course. We've also gotten some feedback from some of our customers that prefer to put the tool on the back side of their magazine, and that's perfectly fine. It's not going to hinder the operation of the magazine at all. If that's your preference, that's fine. You can experiment back and forth if you'd like. You only have to, the hole is pretty, minor. So if you wanted to try it in the front or try it in the back and make your decision which way you like it best, that's totally up to you. I like them in the front, so I'm going to go ahead and just do one in the front for you today. So basically, what you want to do is you want to drill a hole pretty much in the center of the magazine on its width, and somewhere where you're avoiding that little tear there and also that rib, so probably somewhere right there in the middle. And what's important is you want to make sure that you're drilling that hole so that it's as close to 90 degrees in both directions to the face of the magazine with the drill bit, to make sure that your tool is as straight up as possible. So if it's crooked, it looks bad, and we don't want that. So what we want to do is get that guy just about like that, make it look nice and 90 degrees, and then we're going to go ahead and drill a hole. So I'm going to get it started here. We got a nice start. Now I'm going to check and make sure I'm 90 degrees in both directions. You can see that there. And then let's go ahead and drill. And that's it. It was a nice straight hole. Looks good, nice and clean, pretty much center. Perfect. Okay. Next thing we do is we take our little wrench that comes with the kit and one of the set screws. And what we're going to do is we're going to take that set screw and put it on there, give it a little bit of pressure, and start to turn the two. You'll feel the screw start to bite the plastic, and that's exactly what you want. What's going to happen is the screw is going to, as it's being pressed into the, as it's being turned into the magazine, it's going to form its own threads in the walls, and that's what's going to give you your great fit, and what's going to make it not back out, and also be able to replace the tips if they should ever wear out. So again, we want to check and make sure that it's nice and square in both directions after we've gotten it started. Give that a little correction there. Make sure that it's good and square. You can see that. And then we just start turning. It'll be a little tight, but it'll be okay. There's a little rib inside here that the follower guides on. It's about 1/4 of an inch thick. So you don't need to turn the screw in all the way. you basically just turn it in until it starts to get easy to turn. That will be your indication that you've gone all the way through the wall. So once you get it about 3/16 of an inch or so sticking out, you're pretty much through the wall. So we back our screw out. This one's particularly squeaky for some reason. And now we've formed our threads in the magazine. Let me get a little flashlight here and see if it's possible to see. I don't know in the camera, but anyhow, there's nice thread formed in there, so it looks like we're good to go. So the next thing we do is we take our screw, put it on the Allen wrench again, and we want to tighten the tip onto the screw just down until it stops turning. You don't want to over tighten it. You don't want to tighten it so hard that it actually rips the top of the tip off. If that happens, then you've gone just a wee bit too far. So basically, when you turn it down and you hit the bottom, there should be about 3/16 of an inch of the screw sticking out of the bottom of the tip. Next, all we do is we take that little sub-assembly, put it on the magazine, tighten it down good and tight, and this is a nice tight fit. It will never come off. We've not had one come off yet. And there you have it. So we've got a nice installation. It's sitting upright just as it's supposed to, and it's nice and centered and flush. If you wanted to use a thread locker on it to guarantee that it doesn't come loose, you can do that. This is a nylon polymer, so the thread locker is not going to cause it to craze or crack or dry up. But the threads that are molded into these tips and the threads that you form into the magazine are plenty tight and really don't require any thread lock. But if you wanted to use it, you could. So that's basically it. That's a basic installation on a Pmag, and it looks like I got 3 more to go.